The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it end. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster.
We are live on ShaggyTV for the Full Throttle Motorsports Sunday Night Madness season finale at the Oswego Speedway. I'm Zach Chapman here, and man, we are going to bring it all to you. It is going to be a good one. That's, no reason to waste your time. I mean, let's pop it up here. This is what everybody wants to see. There is a drop week, so I'm not too sure what it will look like, at the end of the night tonight. But so far, without the drop week involved, Grandy up at the top of the charts by 32 points over Bicky. There, Tyler Bickford in a close P2. He is the quickest car on the racetrack here for warm-up, so Bicky going to come out swinging hammers here to close the season. Going to need to, if he wants to beat that 518. Let's see. It's pretty quiet here in this room. A little more going on over here, I think. Yeah, see, it's just that other practice lobby was dead. This one jumping a little bit. You can hear the cars driving by. But man, Joseph Grandy, he won your All-Stars portion. He wrapped that up last week. That was where they came in and raced different cars at different tracks every week. They finished up here last week in the limited late model. Grandy, I believe, just barely finishing in the top 5 in that, but good enough to bring home the championship. And really, that's all Joe could ask for here. But there you see, it's Joe, Bickford, Putt, Bachman, and Bart there in your top 5 in points. Jeff Sharp and Dino there pretty close. Your honorable mentions there at 6th and 7th. But that being that close, those guys 4 points. I mean, the whole way up to Sam Bachman, really, that's 12 points. That should and probably will look a lot different with the drop week. Maybe one of those guys even missed a race. I don't know if they've been here every single week. Tough for me to keep track, but definitely, for that top 5, maybe they're not in contention for the big guy, number 1 spot, but that top 5 definitely still up for grabs. So you got to be on it here. 100 laps. I don't think, maybe they do. No, they wouldn't do that. I think they would maybe thought about doing the longer races double points, but hadn't guaranteed it, so they didn't go through with it. Or maybe that's another league that I do that's just fresh on my mind. But we still got plenty of time here. Over 5 minutes for your drivers to get in here, get set for the season finale. Right now we got 12 drivers that are put in a time. Scott Ram's in the room, but I think he's just admitting here this evening. So right now, just looking like these 12 drivers here. Not sure if we'll get the Philly Flyer. I know one of the newer FTM drivers. Not sure if we'll get DJ or Dalton. Who knows? Them referring to the DeWert brothers there. Still time. We got the big slows out there. Devin Hauer. Let's see, do we have... Yep, Mike Brewer's out there in the 39. He's going to be in a different room here. Let's see. Dino and Grandy are the guys on the racetrack currently in this room. There we just saw the 518 go on by. He is your points leader. See Dino in the 79 out here. Right around with Dino for a lap. Now, you know, when we do this, he'll probably... Whoa. Look, it does not like Dino's hands here tonight. His wheel sensitivity, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. It almost looks like Dino's on a controller for us. That's wild. You guys might get a kick out of that one. Dino, his hands, man, they're weak in there. Fighting back and forth, back and forth. Who knows? Maybe he's screwing around with wheel sensitivity in that thing, trying to make some changes. But the 518, feeling pretty good right now. That 30-point lead, 32 points if we're being exact, point lead coming in. Fourth on the timing chart. And one of those things where, I mean, I guess you do want to be quick now. Don't get me wrong. You always want to be quick, especially go out there, put in a good qualifying time. Start towards the top in your heat, gives you a better chance of going out there and getting pole for the feature, but you do not, under any circumstances, want to shoot your load here now on this type of racetrack. 100 laps is a long, long time. And the racetrack is not going to be anywhere near this strength here when we get down to those final 20 laps or so. It's going to be much different. Randy beating up that race car, must be upset with it. Gonna go in there, pull it in the pits. This is Clay Christopherson pulling out of the pit. Didn't stick for a whole lap with Dino. That wheel was freaking me out. Let's ride around with Clay here. Let's see, Putt loves to run that inside. He'll get as close to the wall as he can. Well, really, as he can feel comfortable with. Man, do we have a... Let's see here. This I should call this the Clay Christopherson camera. Him or Blake Chapman, they get so close to that inside. You almost need one for these guys just to see what they're working with. And you can see here, not to say that isn't close. I mean, obviously it is close, but you can tell there is some space there. He's got about 1.5 feet. There he pushed it a lot closer on exit, but you can see sitting inside the car, it looks like you're a lot closer to that wall than truthfully you really are. That's not saying that Clay isn't low. In fact, you know, a lot of us aren't even comfortable going as low as he's going. But it just shows you, you know, it's a little misleading. You do have a little more wiggle room than you maybe, you know, want to give yourself credit for. But man, I think Clay might be listening here. He is getting closer and closer, really trying to push the barrier. Now, let's see somebody else out here. Let's see what the Cobb's doing. Okay, Brandon pretty close as well there through 1 and 2. It's going to be a fun camera to watch here tonight. Man, the Cobb, he is really close. I was giving Putt credit for how low he likes to run. Now Brandon, maybe got to go up, try to trim the top down a little bit. Getting a little long up there. Cobb getting in the wall, beating that thing down. I don't know if he's going to be able to move that. I haven't seen anybody successfully move the wall out, give us any more racing surface. But you can see Brandon there. He's willing to try. Got Mike Brewer out here in the other practice lobby. See Brewer here. He's going to shut her down here. Only a minute left in practice. Gonna call it quits. Maybe think about some changes he can possibly make to the race car. We do still have the Cobb out here. Brandon Combs. Brandon, I mean, he's one of those guys that will go anywhere he needs to on the racetrack. Not afraid of, trying something different, maybe out of the norm. He is one of those guys that I mention all the time, really respect, because I'm one of them that may sit in line sometimes just to hold on, protect that finish. And some of these guys don't care whether it's for 7th or for first even, when he's sitting in 2nd, willing to give up 2nd is what I mean, making the move in the unpreferred line. Brandon's one of those guys willing to do it, willing to really test the limits here, and look forward to seeing what Brandon can do tonight on a beat-up racetrack. That's going to do it for practice. See the checkered flag wave. Oswego's got one of those weird flag waves. Come on, iRacing. You can do a lot. Like, when I was 4, I could do better than that, standing up against the fence watching my dad go-kart race at the end of races. That's shameful. No wonder us dirt guys get such a bad rap. I mean, if that's a checkered flag waving, come on. Let's see. The man right now, P2 in points before all the drop weeks, pulling out on the racetrack first. That's the 07 of Tyler Bickford, a.k.a. Bicky. Let's see what he can do here. Going to roll through 3 and 4. You'll see most guys. Well, we won't see a lot of guys pull out of the pits. We'll watch Bickford's first lap. But you roll that top here, bring as much steam to the opening lap as you can. Bickford threw it in there pretty low. Not sure if he wanted to slide up that high. We'll find out here as the run progresses and we see a lap time. But Bicky looking pretty good here through 3 and 4 so far. Loses purple in sector 1. Not too sure to who yet. But purple sector 2, Tyler Bickford going to be on the top of the charts by default at the moment, 1888. But Tyler Knopf with an 18.65, the 41 to the top of the charts. The Excel Sim Sports driver looking for his first win this season. What a way to get it here. 100 laps at Oswego. What can he do? Second time around. Can improve. The 41 going to stay with the 18.65. Dino finds time in that pink 79. But he's still going to stay P2. Dean Reynolds. See here, Brandon Combs. What can the Cobb do? Or actually, you know what? We'll come back to you, Brandon. My apologies. Bachman's already on his lap here as he comes down the backstretch. Brandon Combs not on an actual lap yet. That was still his out lap. So let's see what the 007 does here. First lap in the book, Sam Bachman. Look for that to be around the top 5. And it is right there in 5th. Sam Bachman. Gonna like that lap, but knows he can do better, just like his teammate Mike Brewer, who moved on up to P2. Let's see what Brewer does. Can he get faster second time around? Purple sector 2, Mike Brewer. Oh, gonna tie the 41 there with an 18.65. Boy, close times here at the top of the charts for qualifying. But huge shout out to the 41 of Tyler Knopf. Man, he is ready. Let's see if the dirt dog go out here, put it down. Tyler Knopf. Is Sam Bachman still out here beating up the racetrack a little bit? None of these laps are going to count. He's already put in 2 qualifying laps. We do have Dylan Kinsey coming out here. He's just now getting to his lap, and you see 3, 2, 1. Dylan not going to get to finish his lap. Won't be able to put one in, as that's going to be a wrap for qualifying, and we're going to go into our first of 2 heat races here at the Oswego Speedway. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Row 3 to the outside, the 51 of Putt Putt Clay Christopherson. To the inside, the 28 of the Cobb, Brandon Combs. Row 2 to the outside, the 88 of Bart William Watson. To the inside, the 007 of Sammy Bachman. Row 1 for heat race number 1. Winner starts on the pole for your 100-lap feature. here at the Oswego Speedway, presented by Expert Insulation and Swan Speed Shop. To the outside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds, and starting on the pole, the Dirt Dog in the 41, Tyler Knopf. To reset this here quick, make everything right in the overlay land. But enough can't be said here how important this starting position is for the 41 of Tyler Knopf. He gets to set the pace here. He'll drop the hammer whenever he's ready. It's not a go on green situation that I think every single dirt racer at his core hates. Because if you earned that pole, well then, you should be able to start the race. If they invert the heats, cool with it going on green, because, well, you didn't qualify fast time anyway. But that's the point. You go out there, you're the quickest guy on the racetrack. Go out there, set sail in the wind, and let's roll. And the 41's got a field of, well, everyone in here except the 28 and the 41 are full throttle motorsports drivers. Let's see, can they work together here to get this thing rolling? As we watch them roll through 3 and 4, the green flag is high. It's ready to fly. We've got 8 laps to play at the Oswego Speedway. Good jump there for the 41, able to get up into that high outside preferred line. And now Dino trying to put the pressure here on the 007 of his teammate Sam Bachman. And maybe William Watson thinking about doing a dance on the high side there. Ooh, he's taking a peek. That's the cop. Brandon Combs a little out of shape. And the 51 a putt trying to maybe mow down on the inside. Wouldn't be too shocked if that 51 maybe in a big block. Going to take it easy here and maybe find some pace here at the end when the racetrack's all gone. But Tyler Knopf trying to get the hell out of Dodge here in New York. As we roll through 3 and 4, coming to 5 laps to go, and you can see, I mean, Dino mowing him or bringing him back in a little bit through 3 and 4. Tyler's so comfortable here, center off 1 and 2. You can see him extend that lead ever so slightly as Dino trying to swing that bag of hammers down on the bottom. He gains a 10th, reeling him in. 4 to go. Dean Reynolds reeling in the leader, but feeling some pressure from behind. That's his teammate there in the 88, William Watson. What can William do? As we come to 3 to go, we're running out of time, and the FTM gang may have to work together, because right there at P4 is that other odd man out, the driver of the 28, Brandon Combs. As we hop on the nose, you can see he's trying to take a peek under William. 2 laps to go. Working that inside, trying to pick up the throttle early, but just couldn't there. And you see the 88 extend that gap. And now coming to the white flag here, this time by Tyler Knopf, looking to hold on. And you got to think, without a big upset here, he's going to bring it home. I mean, he's up to over half a second. What a run by the driver of the 41, Tyler Knopf. Where did this come from? Checkered flag in heat race #1 win for the 41 of Tyler Knopf. Dean Reynolds, Bart Watson, Brandon Combs, Sam Bachman just edges out his teammate there. Putt-putt at the line to bring home 5th. We get ready to take a look here at your second and final starting heat race. I have no idea where was that there earlier and I just didn't notice it. That's kind of awesome. Overlay.footer text. I am going to have to find where that is written. That is so funny. I've never seen that before. I'll maybe try to find it at warm-ups. It's kind of funny. All right. Second and final heat race here. Row 3 to the outside, the 639 of Dylan Kinsey to the inside, the 316 of the big slow, Devin Howard. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 07 of Vicky, Tyler Bickford to the inside, the man he's in a points battle with, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. Row 1 for heat race number 2. Winner starts on the outside of the front row. The 028 of Jeff Sharp to the high side. And on the inside, the 39 of Mike Brewer. Let's see here. Can I, while they pace around here, my apologies. I'm going to get a little quiet because I'd really like to see. I can see my footer screen there, but there's nothing written in that. So, again, battle on for P2. That seems to be the story here. That leader can get a good jump, make those guys battle hard behind. Well, you can kind of extend that out a little bit. I'm not too sure there either why some of those cameras got super loud on me. That got me there for a second, then they kind of quieted down. But, man, oh man, you got to love computers here. You can't get enough. Mike Brewer can't get enough of these heat race wins. He knows if he can win this thing, to start on the outside of the front row, really be able to put the pressure on the 41 of Tyler Knopf. Doing a good job, and really these guys behind doing a good job of helping him out as well. Hard racing side by side for P2. This has gone on since the drop of the green flag here. Grandy trying to inch that 518 on 5. He's got to play nice here. You don't want to make any enemies. You know, you're trying to bring home a championship. And, I mean, that is the reality of the situation. So you don't need any guys, you know, PO'd at you here when you go out and play in the feature. And right now, he's seeing the guy who's battling him. Tyler Bickford, he started fourth. He's fallen back to fifth. He's trying to work back to the inside to get P4. But, man, right now, Bicky not having the type of run he needs right now at the Oswego Speedway. Oh, Grandy gets in that wall. That's going to allow Jeff Sharp to reel him back in. The 28 looking low. Jeff Sharp, what can he do? Side by side, 2 to go. That 028 working it, and he's got a friend behind him in the 07 time with Bickford. Vicky trying to wheel that 028 on by, kind of peel open the tuna can for him so he can get some himself. But the white flag waves out front for the 39 of Mike Brewer. My apologies, so used to that guy being the 390 in another league, but either way, he wins no matter what league he's in. Final time through 3 and 4, and he's going to see that checkered flag wave, and he brings it home. Going to start P2 tonight in the feature. 100 grand. Kinsey, Bickford, Sharp, and Hauer round out your field. All righty. Well, we're going to chill here. You know the deal. 5-minute warm-up time. We'll hang out. Stick around trackside. But I'm going to mute myself. And, well, I won't be able to bring up that starting grid thing that I wanted to edit. I just realized that. Because with the software, it literally does only let me bring it up when they're gridding. I don't know how to bring it up any other time. But we'll figure it out. Stick around here on Shaggy TV. We got 100 laps to round out the modified season here at Oswego. Man, it is almost that time. Minute 30 seconds. So if you've got to go to the bathroom, you want to get a drink, now is the time, because 100 laps at the Big O, man, it is about to go down. Here in New York, can Joseph Grandy bring home another championship this season? Can Tyler Bickford sneak in and steal the thing? Like I say, we'll pop up the points here one more time, but I do not know what they truthfully look like. We do have a drop week. iRacing does not put that in for us. That is right off their site. They added me as a member of the league, so I can just snapshot it there and pull it up for us. And I mean, it is going to be close. You know, I know none of these FTM drivers will blatantly do anything, but you got to think, you know, maybe make Joe work a little harder here. Bicky work a little harder. Try to get one of the FTM guys up on the top. I mean, they're not out of it, but right now, the top two, not FTM drivers. So big showing here by those guys. And you can see nobody out on the track here as they pull them off for that final minute. That checkered flag is about to be waved, and we are about to go. Take a look at our expert insulation Swan Speed Shop starting lineup. Well, as you can see, overlay.footer text, it's still hanging out. Good to see you. We'll be happier when you're gone. Row 6 to the outside in the 316, the big slow Devin Howard. To the inside, the 51 of Putt-Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 5 to the outside, the 028 of Jeff Sharp. To the inside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. Row 4 to the outside, the 07 of Bicky, Tyler Bickford. To the inside, the 28 of the Cobb, Brandon Combs. Row 3 to the high side, the 639 of Dylan Kinsey. To the inside, the 88 of William Bart Watson. Row 2 to the top shelf, your point leader in the 518, 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. To the inside, the 79 of Dino Dean Reynolds. Row 1 for your 100-lap main event, here to kick off your season finale of your modified madness. To the outside of row 1, the 39 of Mike Brewer, and starting on the pole, the 41 of the Dirt Dog, Tyler Knopf. Man, Tyler, I'm telling you, that's a big surprise here. He's been getting a lot better. He'd admit to that. But, man, to pull a pole here, go out there, win heat race number 1, he knows pressure's on, time to go. You're ready to dance, time to prove it. Gonna have to hold the gang off here 100 laps, and hopefully everybody put enough fuel in this puppy. Not running out of gas. Hopefully that is not going to be an issue here tonight, but don't let it surprise you if maybe it slipped, the mind of a driver or two, because you got a lot going on. It is the season finale. So, I mean, you got a lot of things going through your head if you didn't remember to add that fuel. Boy, oh boy, the punishment is going to be like no other. But the 41 going to roll through 3 and 4, and he can drop that hammer anytime he so chooses. The green flag waves. We're ready to play 100 laps at the Oswego Speedway. Tyler Knopf with a quick slider. Going to protect the lead here early as Dino shopping down low, defending third from his teammate, the 88, William Watson. But we got 3 wide behind, the Cobb at the bottom, Dylan Kinsey in the center, and Joseph Grandy on the top shelf. Grandy trying to race cautiously aggressive here, I guess would be the term. You don't want to fall too far back, but you don't want to take it too easy. But the 518 probably playing the tire game. Knows he's going to need some rubber here at the end. And if you want to go on page 4, I'll try to pick up the scraps behind. And that's got to be the strategy here tonight from Joseph Grandy. That's how you play it, man. You got to play that long game. As we see him cross the line. Battle on for second. Mike Brewer going to counter underneath the slide job from the 79. What can the 39 do working under his teammate here in the 79? Dean Reynolds preferred line through 3 and 4 on exit. And he's going to be able to shut the door going down the front stretch. Dean Reynolds got it at the moment, but Mike Brewer, man, he is right there ready to strike at any moment. He's got his teammate right there behind him in the 88. William Watson, he's shopping for some real estate down low. Top 4 have really separated themselves. You can see Dylan Kinsey 3.2 back off of your leader. So right now, arguably people playing the race a lot differently. You know, we got the top 4 ready to go, thinking they need track position. And then we got the guys in the back just waiting for maybe the first caution. And who knows if we'll even get one. Not a lot of guys in here, 12 cars. Really, really good set of drivers. We make it a frustration caution. You know, somebody hit that outside wall, maybe park it, but I really would not be shocked if we see these guys go all the way. Is, man, Mike Brewer trying to find a way around that 79, who is just working that race car, trying to keep in touch here with Tyler Knopf. Dino doing a good job, man. Got that, what are we calling that? Is it lavender? Because right now, you know, it doesn't look as pink as it maybe did in the daylight. It's not Pepto-Bismol, that's for sure. It's a little more purpley than that. But, you know, he's always in the purples of some shade. But this is definitely a newer shade to my eye. Let's go back here. Let's check out that point leader one more time. Grandy's fallen almost all the way to the back here. Started 4th, has fallen back to 9th. That, do the math there, 5 spots. Only got 3 drivers behind him, the 007, the 51, and the 028. So Grandy definitely playing the long game here, along with the likes of Clay Christopherson, who started 11th, still running there, is in no hurry to move that thing up towards the front. Tyler Bickford, he's got to do what he can. You know, we're only 12 laps into this thing. But if you get a chance to maybe build up a little bit of gap between you and Grandy, you may have to do it. Again here, man, broken record, cautiously aggressive. You know, he does need to open up the gap, but if you know the guy you're paddling in points with is saving tires, well then, geez, you got to do it too, because he's going to be quicker than you at the end of this race, as long as we don't stay green. You know, these 4 out front, as we zoom out here, do that on purpose. I'm not as dumb as I look. This is the gap back to Dylan. So Tyler right now crossing the start-finish line as Dylan's coming out of turn 4. So, you know, if we stay green, even with a better set of tires, that's about 20 laps worth of time. You know, 15 if he really is quicker and hits his marks. I mean, you are not going to pump out that kind of time like you can in asphalt, you know, so you just can't let the race get away from you. If it seems like it's going to go green flag, you got to know when to play and when to answer back. And right now it's looking like with the field stringing out a little bit. Let's sit at the finish line. There's your leader going by. You can see we're single file until we get back to, I mean, that's Jeff Sharp, Devin Hauer, until we get back to 7th place. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. You know, I just kind of feel like you don't want to catch yourself on the back burner. And as much as I like Calais here, and you know he'll probably go back to listen to this after he wins tonight because we get a caution flag later. I just don't know if I like this, you know, just hanging so far back. And well, now pass the blame here to this guy because Grandy, I mean, you can hear how quiet this thing is. There is no way he's stopping this throttle. No such thing as tire spin for the 518 tonight. He is going to nurse that thing like it's a 6-month-old. And man, oh man, we're coming on. We're on lap 20 right now. Tyler Knopf, still the guy out front, has led every single lap. Dean Reynolds hanging on a close P2. He's been there. I mean, he could smell what Tyler had for dinner all night tonight. He had teammates looking under him. He never gave up that P2. He stayed close. Dean's just got to hope he's got enough left in the tank here for the end of the race because he is about to pounce. You can see him setting up that diamond line 1 and 2. Can't throw the slide job there in 3 and 4. Tyler doing a good job of driving it in deep. Holds the preferred line. Dino, contact for the lead. Only on lap 21. Dino, slide job, hits the nose of the 41. The Dirt Dog holds on, takes the lead back. But man, now it's got this guy absolutely licking his chops. William Watson on the loud pedal here. He is trying to reel these guys in. Working the inside, you can hear him. I mean, all right, so listen to that. Listen to this. Different strokes for different folks here. Listen to this. That's the same racetrack. He is taking it so easy in this 518. He either didn't put enough gas in it and needs to save gas, or man, he is just working that rear tire like nothing I've ever seen. Trying to take it easy, but you can see 11 seconds back. We're a quarter of the way through. You need a caution at this point in time, unless you literally decided right now to go. I mean, that is a long way, even for 100 grand. And Dino getting into that inside wall, trying to work around that 41. Dino giving it all he can. Trying to diamond there off at 2. He cuts down the hill. He's got momentum. Dean Reynolds can't throw the slide job. Just not enough on the entry at 3. He's got to get a little closer. He can think about it. That's all he can do right now, you know. I mean, he had big momentum going into 1 and 2 a couple laps ago, and you saw he made contact there with Tyler. Didn't have enough to clear it, and that was with the big run. Right now, with the way these two have been racing, they may be the caution flag here as we're a quarter of the way in. We're really over a quarter of the way in. Lap 28 right now. Rolling through 3 and 4. Dino looking low one more time. I want to take a look at the rest of the field here, but Dino keeps acting like he's going to make a move for the lead here. Let's see it, Dino. Lap 29, everything's fine here up front in New York. But the 41, man, he is starting to sweat. I don't care who you are. You got somebody on your you-know-what that long. Gonna force you into a hiccup, and if Tyler can't... I think I yelled too loud. My computer doesn't like when I do that. My apologies, but you can see why I'm yelling here because, I mean, Tyler, he's got to open up this gap. I was just talking about if he cannot open this up, I mean, you're going to make that mistake. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And, I mean, we're dirt racing. You can't be perfect. The same goes for Dino. You kind of saw him make a mistake earlier, thought he was clear on that slide job, got into the left front of the 41, and I mean, he's back here. He's going to shop low through 3 and 4. Not enough. But if he can stay even here, we're going to see a slide job, I think. Not yet. Dino can't get there. Tyler Knopf, man, he is making him work. We're a third of the way through here as we are on lap 33. William Watson, as close as he's been here. After watching these guys battle, he's been able to reel them in. And this is where William, maybe not, you know, he's got a quick car, but he's in arguably one of the worst spots here. Well, I mean, that's actually stupid the way that I say that. He is in the worst spot. I mean, you're running third out of 3 people, but what I mean is Dino is so close to Tyler that William, even if he has a run, you're not going to be able to fit up in there. You're not going to be able to throw that slide job. And you can try it. I mean, Clay Christopherson, he'll tell you I tried it in a coast-to-coast race here on him about a week ago, and didn't work out too well. You're that third man trying to throw that slide job. Clay was Tyler off, minding his own business, and I went in there and drove in the back of him. And, I mean, that's right now what Tyler could have happened to him. That's another reason I said you don't want to be right there. You know, I mean, if you're the rabbit, I mean, dude, how close do you get to the dog on the leash? I mean, he's eventually going to break that leash. And when he does, you got to have enough room to get going. So Tyler right now, he's really tempting fate. And somebody else, man, really tempting fate. Joseph Grandy right now going into turn 3. Tyler Knopf coming out of turn 2. I mean, that is Grandy not what he wants to see here in so far a green flag race. No cautions as we come up onto lap 39. We are going to duck away. We're going to do our run through the field here. Dino keeps teasing us. We've got Mike Brewer hanging out back here in 4th. He is about, what do we want to call it, almost 4 seconds back on the leader. You can see those front 3 there just teasing him. Vicky hanging out in that final top 5 position. Sam Blockman. Sammy Boy right there in 6th. The 007, one of those guys that will sneak up here. And if we get a caution flag, man, watch out for that 007. Dylan Kinsey hanging out 7th. He started 6th. Pretty much where he started. DeKalb also back 1 spot. He started 7th, running 8th. Brandon Combs, and then behind him, we see the Big Slow in that 316, trying to move the Big Red Machine. The Big Slow, man. Oh, boy. He wanted to do it. He almost pulled it Shaggy. Trying to fit in the middle there of 2 cars. And like I say, I mean, he's in the Bart spot right now. It does not matter how quick Brewer is. He either needs Jeff to make a mistake here, or he needs to hook it up on the bottom. And, man, you see the way they're having to slide up in off of 3, or I mean off of 4, excuse me. I don't see you holding the bottom trying to complete the pass. I mean, that's why we've seen this guy be able to hold the lead out front, just setting the pace here, hitting his marks lap after lap. The Dirt Dog leads the way as we're on lap 44, inching ever so closer to halfway. Man, we've done 43 laps, coming on 44 here, completed laps, all green flag at Oswego. What more could you ask for here in the season finale? Well, as a broadcaster, I'll tell you, I'll be the one to jinx it. Somebody bring out a caution. Let's tighten these guys up, man. Because right now, no, you know what? I take it back. Shame on me. All right. Well, I deserve, and maybe we all deserve the excitement. Arguably, nobody deserves a win more than this 41 of Tyler Knopf. And a caution right now at this point could really change the fate here of him tonight. You got to think, if this thing stays green, at worst, Knopf's going to be bringing home the top 5. Oh, Dino in the outside wall. Dino in the wall going down the front stretch. He is going to lose a spot to the 88 and the 79. Oh, no. The mistake happens. Coming out of 4, clips the wall, loses momentum. He's got room here. If he's got to run, he doesn't. Now he's going to have to duck in line here, hang on to P3, but that's 79. Hard shot in the wall. You can see the bars bent on the right side. May affect the steering a little bit for that 79. Hopefully not, because, you know, with steering issues means more tire wear, and that is not what Dino's going to want in a long, long race. But I'll tell you, Devin Hauer working it. He got by those two guys. He told me to shove it, and he is working it on the bottom. I said, big slow. Y'all heard me. I said, I don't think he can get it done on the inside there. And he's absolutely laid it down on the inside coming off the fourth. Oh, I'll tell you. He just showed us all. And now he's going to go to the bottom in 3 and 4. He watches. Oh, no. Okay. All right. He doesn't realize what he just had right there. Maybe he does. Going to try to dime it down. Yep. Okay. I think maybe a teammate there, Mike Brewer, being a good guy here. He's got some damage on that 39. I think maybe got in the wall, just trying to get out of the way of those two guys. Not going to really race him too hard, I don't think. Maybe pacing himself here in the 39, because, I mean, the way he let Dylan, now pretty much letting Brandon and Jeff on by, shows me he doesn't like something, or he's trying, or tells me he doesn't like something, or he's trying to save something. Man, Devin Hauer, back to what I was saying, get the hell back down there in 3 and 4, big slow. Tell you, somebody run down, yell at him, who's ever in that room with him. You run this top in 1 and 2, you dime it down like this, boy. Hit that bottom in 3 and 4, and we're going to watch this guy take over this spot this time. Sam Bachman not worried about it, not going to play defense this early. That's his teammate. If his teammate's a little quicker, this is where you use it to learn. You know, I mean, odds are they're probably in a similar setup as you see Brandon Combs do a slide job on the 639 and crosses him over. Dylan Kinsey working the bottom here as he enters 3. He can't drive it in as deep as he'd like because the cob's there. And Brandon Combs steals it back at the line. The 639 trying to work the bottom. It seems like that top in 1 and 2 is where you want to be. You can make it work in 3 and 4. We saw the big slow do just that. But it seems like that top side, man, that is where you need to be. And right now, my, oh my, Tyler Knopf has led 55, make it 56 laps this time by. And man, the 41, if he could piece this together and get a pole, a heat race win, and his first feature win of the season, the driver of the 41 would want nothing more. And I'm telling you, he is there for it. But the big slow, Devin Hauer, he is starting to come. You notice that gap's down to 4 seconds. He is bringing it. He was back there at about the 6, almost 7 second behind mark. He was really taking it easy. He has decided to since turn it on. And a guy who hasn't been able to turn it on is that 518 of Joseph Grandy, but Tyler Bickford. What happened to Mickey? All right, so he's entering 3 here. Tyler Bickford. Oh, no. Disappears. That's the man who Grandy's battling with in points. Tyler Bickford jumps the wall. No caution. Oh, man, that is not what Tyler Bickford wanted. As the 41 gets in the outside wall, the Dirt Dog, he has almost a 2-second lead. And he's misbehaving right now as Dino working that inside, trying to get back to P2 after his teammate in the 88 made a mistake. Dino with a big slide job through 1, coming in the center of 2, exit at 2. Give the 88 the momentum. What does he do into 3? Gonna throw it up. Dean Reynolds having to do a little do-si-do here. A little cutback coming out of 4. Give it to Dino at the line. And Dean Reynolds trying to carry that momentum off of 2. He's going to hold off his teammate. As we are absolutely running out of time here at Oswego. Unbelievable. 64 laps, green flag. And Joseph Grandy way back the road. 13.7 seconds behind your leader, who is coming out of 4 now. And Grandy, Christopherson, they are going to need cautions here if they want to contend. Battle for tonight's win is Mike Brewer. And see him working the inside here, the 639 Dylan Kinsey. Vicky, it happens to all of us, man. It happens to all of us. I can't believe, oh my gosh, I can't believe Devin Hauer is up to P2, the big slow, making a move in the big red machine. But for real, Vicky, it is terrible, man, that we have had this racetrack for this long, and they have not fixed that with the wall yet. There is no way that should be sending us out of the racetrack like that. That is tough. Man, heartbreak for you. I know not the way you wanted to end your season. But, man, I don't know. It might have been better to end like that. And I think the writing on the wall we see here for the 41, because he has absolutely had the pace. 68 laps out front, but now it looks like he is on a sheet of glass. Meanwhile, the big slow man, he's out there gripping up on sandpaper. I mean, that guy, he is coming right now. He has trimmed the fat on that lead. And with 32 laps to go, you got to think Devin Hauer. Oh, man, making it look easy on the entry to 3. Tyler Knopf going to try to swing back here, going to try to answer the bell. Oh, the big red machine ripping the lip here out of 2. The big slow. Welcome to the lead, Devin Hauer. He's going to have it with 30 to go this time by. 70 laps, green flag as we're on lap 71. And man, the battle for 4th starting to heat up. Here comes that 007 of Sam Bachman working to the inside. The 007, remember, we watched him let the 316 go on by about 15, 20 laps ago. Wasn't that concerned at the moment. Did he maybe break out of the gate too late? Did the 316 go too early? Here as Sam Bachman, I mean, he is going to be the only guy you'd think who, if this thing stays green, could come up there and even flirt with Devin Hauer. But right now, I mean, 4 seconds back. Good night. Devin Hauer, man, he is ready to go in this 316. What a phenomenal way to end the season for him if he could go from worst to first, you know, only a week late. He's trying to rise again here. Coming from worst to first with 26 to go. This time by as lap 75 is underway. Brandon Combs trying to work to the outside of his counterpart in the other 28. Jeff Sharp, battle of the 28s here for the last race of the season. And I'll tell you what, Ron, I just noticed that. I don't know where the heck the big red machine came from, but man, the big slow, here he is. Just absolutely, I mean, he's got that lead up to Bachman over 5 seconds. Man, Devin Hauer, this is unbelievable. He ain't going to give us the cheat code here, but this is nuts, man. Chris Rucker, sorry, I was seeing the 11th. Are you talking about Clay? Yeah, back here in last. I mean, those guys they just paced themselves here, I think. They were definitely hoping for a caution. They didn't go hard in the beginning. Now they're back here racing, or you were talking about when I said up 11 spots here for the 316 to start at 12. Man, this is an unbelievable run here for the 316. We definitely, for the sake of action, would love a caution, but man, you don't want to spoil it now for the 316. Is the fact that he was able to pace himself like that. I mean, Tyler Knopf drove pretty hard early. I was kind of worried about that pace. That's why I kept touching on it. But even him, I mean, he's got 2 seconds on Sam Bachman here for P2. I told you if this thing stayed green, he was looking at a top 5 at the worst. And now it's looking like a podium because he's maybe got a little more pace than the 79 and the 88 behind him, who William Watson is kind of falling off here. He's lost 2 spots now. 2 more spots, excuse me, and William gets in that outside wall. No caution, able to keep it straight, but man, there's some guys probably wanting one here at Oswego. We're gonna go to the finish line here. We'll try to catch, we already missed the big slow. That was Tyler Knopf coming around. And you can see, the 88 getting a little loose there coming out of 4. William definitely overdrove that race car, I think, in the early stages, trying to move to the front. You can see he's struggling for grip right now. Slipping and sliding all around. But you still got to try to find a way to bring it home, try to push those limits and do it quick. And that's why you're seeing William go right back to the top, and he hooked up that time around. Got the speed back through 3 and 4, but all alone out front. 17 to go. This man, Devin Howard, let's go off the nose. Can he see anyone? Okay, so Devin, he's got a lonely night here. We're going to go off the tail here. And you can see him a little bit, but Devin basically all by himself right now, and he is still working that outside through 1 and 2. Really pushing the envelope. But if you want to be fast, you got it. I mean, it shows you can't turn it off. You're always trying to push it. And Devin Howard right now just needs this thing to stay green with 15 to go. We're watching Sam Bachman slowly work up on the 41 here of the Dirt Dog, Tyler Knopf, who is possibly seeing that 5th place that I mentioned come to fruition, because we're seeing 3 drivers now catch him. We've got Mike Brewer, Dylan Kinsey, and Sam Bachman, the leader of that 3-car pack. One thing Tyler's got on his side right now is time. Not a lot of time left. 14 laps to go. But what you don't want to do is be the first caution of the race here as we start to wind down. Because if you're involved this late, not a lot of time to make them back, and you got really old tires. So that is not what you want. Here, if you're Tyler Knopf, you gotta, you want to be defensive, but you gotta be smart. You don't want to end up getting looped by maybe a quicker car behind you. I mean, we are seeing, let's take a look at it just so you can kind of see the lap times of the top 3. I mean, look at that. Lap 84, he was half a second quicker, basically. And then Tyler, I mean, you're looking at that. Oh, caution, Blackface, first caution of the night here at the Big O. Who is to blame? Who is to blame? And I'm thinking, oh no, Joseph Grandy possibly involved here. This is your point leader. Not too sure how this will shake it up. So Putt gets on the brakes here. Grandy slams the brakes. So Putt lifts a little bit. Grandy gets on the brakes. And Brandon Combs, that That was a totally separate one. So we may have had two happen at the same time here. Combs drives it in up top, gets in that outside. And yeah, so two separate events happen in turn 1 and 2 at the same time. Lead to the first caution. And, well, now keep an eye out on the 518 here. He's probably got some pretty fresh rubber. This could get interesting. And, man, oh, man. I think, I don't know. You know, Devin should get a good enough restart that this shouldn't kill him too bad. But, man, you got to feel for that 41. This is not what he wanted. Oh, a 10 to go double file restart. Oh, that's really bad. That may be bad there for the 316 of Devin Howard as well if we do have a double file restart. That could make it really interesting here because there were some guys definitely saved a lot more in the beginning than some others. So this could get interesting. He's around here. This should be the final one here. Yep, his drivers do go back double file. Get set to go back racing here at the Big O. See, Devin Howard, man, just stormed through the field, took the lead over. What can he do here? We roll through 3 and 4 for the final time. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. We're back underway at the Oswego Speedway. Good jump there for Devin Howard. Now Tyler Knopf, he's got to play some defense. He hunkers that thing down on the bottom, needs to try to slide up, does it to 639 upstairs. Can he drive it in deep, get to that outside? He does. He's going to work the middle here. Prime real estate going down the straightaway. Dylan Kinsey, P2, 9 to go. Oh, man. We may have a party or a table for two here. With 9 laps to go, Dylan Kinsey taking a shot on the inside. It's party time here at Oswego, 3 wide for the lead. Dylan Kinsey trying to work that middle here. Obviously saved some rubber here. May have played the game for the late caution. And now, Dylan Kinsey, oh, he got another one in the back. Big pile up. Big pile up, no caution. Joseph Grandy involved, Mike Brewer involved. And Jeff Sharp went out over the edge, but no caution as the war wages on for the lead. Dylan Kinsey trying to work the back of his teammate there in the 316. What can Dylan do? Tell you what, that 41's maybe hoping for a little elbows out racing up there for the lead. He can come through and sneak one. But the Dirt Dog, man, he needs to pull tight on that leash. Those front two start to get away. Dylan Kinsey coming out of 4 here behind your leader. 5 laps to go. It's a 2-horse race. Who do you got? The 316 maybe broke a little early. Looked to be the right time, but with that late race caution, it has really breathed some life into the 639. Dylan Kinsey trying to inch closer, 4 to go. Dylan rolling the center here. Devin working the bottom. Dylan really lost time there as Devin nailed 1 and 2. The 316 with 3 laps to go is starting to open up the can here. He's got the lead to over half a second. Dylan Kinsey may have lost his opportunity, while meanwhile the 51 of Clay Christopherson has gone from 13 seconds behind to having a caution to driving up to the final step of the podium with 2 laps to go. Can putt-putt. Maybe inch his way on up and battle his teammate for second as Tyler Knott pulls to the inside, the 41 out of gas. The 41 runs out of gas here at Oswego as the white flag flies. One more lap to go. Devin Hauer ripping the outside 3/4 of a second lead as he goes down the backstretch for the final time. Through 3 and 4. Devin Hauer, he can see it. He can taste it. Checkered flag waves. He brings home the 100-lap season finale at the Oswego Speedway, followed by his teammates to round out the podium. Dylan Kinsey and Clay Christopherson. Sam Bachman, P4, and your point leader coming into tonight brings home a top 5 to round out the season. We'll have to see if it was enough for the 518 of Joseph Grandy to win the title. But as we watch the 316 do some celebratory donuts, he says, I had plenty of gas. I don't know why you guys ran out. No problem here. In the Big Red Machine's pits. That was a great drive. Glad he pulled it off, man. It would have been tough to see him lose that thing after opening it up to about 6 or 7 seconds there. The caution flag flying, but hell of a race there. And man, way to cap off an absolutely amazing race here. And you can see it. This is lap number 1. Look at where he is. He is at the tail end of the field. You don't believe me? Look. Worst to first for the 316. Man, oh man, what a run. Let's see if we can find his teammate there on the inside in that 51. Putt Clay Christopherson. And let's see here. I'm gonna bring him up, man. Let's talk to him. Hey, Clay. Tell you, man, where'd you hide that horseshoe? Because I know the strategy, saving tires, but boy, man, if not for that late race caution, oh, that could have been trouble.
Yeah, it's the gamble of it. I mean, it's you either wait and hope for one or not one comes, but it's better than being burnt and ending up in the same position anyway. So it's the way I look at it. No, the car felt good. Just I wasn't used to the setup. It was a little butt heavy. Kept sliding out on me, but I tried something new and it is what it is. I had good drive off, so
Now, obviously, Clay, you know, I'm not asking you to talk shit on your teammates here, but I'm just kind of honestly curious because, I mean, you're able to get up there to third at the end. I mean, Devin still had pace, okay? He was still driving pretty good at the front, you know, 2 different ways to get there. He had paced himself through the front, you know, while you kind of maintained. How much quicker were you than him at the end? Because, I mean, Dylan seemed like he tried to save tires like you, and he got the second, but even he couldn't get to him. I mean, were you impressed by your teammate, or were you, you know, a lot quicker, maybe 5 or 10 more laps could have got him?
I was hoping for about 5 or 10 or even that caution from that wreck. I didn't know if one was going to come out or not, but I think that would have been pretty nice too, being able to start and out of the first corner, hopefully be next to his door and maybe throw him off a little bit. But no, he ran a good race. I think he said he had 2 laps of fuel left or 0.2 gallons left or something.
Oh, geez, man. Were you close? Were you flirting with the gas? Because, I mean, I did see Tyler Knopf. He ran out with 2 laps to go. Were you close?
No, I had 36 left.
Jesus.
Well, what's up, Dino? I didn't even know you were in here.
No. I just wanted to let you know that Joseph did win the points. 12:52 to 12:06 over Tyler Bickford. Clay, you were 12:04 in third.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. So, and
Yeah.
I ran it with 2 to go as well, Shaggy. So, but I just wanted to come up and let you know, Shaggy, so you know what the points were.
Well, hey, thanks, Dino. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, brother. Good run, Clay.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Clay, that adds to the interview a little bit, man. P3, I know, you know, not where you wanted on the championship chart at the beginning of the year, but with this set of drivers, dude, a lot of good names, a lot of good teammates. I mean, how do we feel about P3? You pumped about it? Are you just
Yeah,
kinda,
it was. I mean, I usually run these. I try not to get competitive because then I become a dick. So I I just that's why I usually like do 30-second qualify laps. It's more fun kind of reading the field and driving through, and that's what I enjoy doing.
You know
It,
how many of those qualifying laps I've watched you burn down this year? If you haven't watched them, dude, that's been like my joke all year. I go into your qualifying lap and watch you turn the. I
yeah,
talk about
it's
how fast
carburetor
you are.
issues. I can't get the
It's
damn thing figured out.
yeah. Oh,
It
that's
just
so.
keeps flooding.
But I mean, truthfully though, Clay, not that that's the reason you're doing it, but we see Blake do it over in Coast to Coast, and don't you think? I mean, it definitely much more of a challenge, but I mean, you're developing those skills a lot better than kind of running up front by yourself. I mean, you're working around guys who kind of my skill, not the best, and you got to find a way around, and you still do it clean every time. So don't you think that's kind of making you the better driver that you are starting from the back?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun learning too. I mean, you're learning new techniques every single update. Something changes where the car reacts different, and no, it's just fun to read traffic and try to weave through it. And then once you get to the fast guys, if you got anything left for them, because you know how hard they've been driving, that's a lot of reason too. I like my own pace. Starting up front, you're kind of forced to have a pace unless you want to roll to the back, but that chance of getting T-boned or rear-ended are a little higher. So I just like starting in the back and going from there.
Well, hey man, congratulations on a good one because when Grandy gets into the back of you there, and that caution flag comes out whenever Cobb's in the outside wall at the same time. I didn't think there was a chance in hell you get this thing up to the top five, let alone the podium. But you drove the wheels off. Literally, you saved the tires till the end, and man, you made your move just a little too late. But congratulations on the P3 and the points and the race, Clay. Who you want to thank, brother?
You for broadcasting this, FTM, all the boys for putting this on and doing the admitting and stuff, and then Swan Speed Shop for 358 and big block sets.
Well, hey, hell of a run, man. Can't wait to talk to you again. Congratulations. Clay, as I choke. Jesus.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah. I'm not even smoking, dude. That's terrible. Yeah, I loved his thanks, man. They know my particular hobby, and well, you would hear me coughing if I decided to do that particular hobby right now. So we didn't do that, but we're gonna talk to the man who brought home P2, Dylan. How we feeling, man? It looked like they're on that final restart, dude. You were right there, but just not a lot of grip on the bottom of the racetrack. Couldn't really make your move. And then as you're trying to work different parts through 1 and 2, he can just kind of extend that lead. Talk to us about the race.
Yeah, that race was a good one. I seen those guys take off up front, and then I was watching my fuel for a while, and I started thinking, I'm like, there is no way they're gonna make it running that hard, because I was watching the laps go down with my fuel, and then I could make up a lot of laps running the bottom. So I would save, then I would go save, go save, go, kind of try to manage the gap a little bit, so I
Okay,
wouldn't lose
so
too many positions.
Dylan, that shows truly, like, I really do mean this. I drive these every now and then, but I suck at them. I'm honest. And I would have never thought of that. So you're telling me, even if you put, could you not put enough fuel in for 100 laps? Like, you needed to save a little bit?
Yeah, we were all maxed out, 24 gallons, and
Oh,
you did not,
okay.
you didn't have enough when you started the race.
I did not. Dang it. See, that's just how freaking stupid I am. I would have loved to talk about that. I didn't even know that. So, oh my gosh, that's even more unbelievable than you probably didn't hear it. But Clay had 32 laps left at the end.
Yeah,
of
I
this
think he
thing.
has the most. I finished with 3.5, but that's probably because I started to go. I seen those guys that were up front, like Dean and Tyler. I seen their tires were gone, so I said I got to get them if I want to, finish in the podium. But yeah, I mean it was a little sketchy. I had to go down the straightaway in the backstretch. I had to keep clicking around to see how much fuel I had versus how many to go and stuff, and it was pretty busy. But no, with Devin, he on that restart, he had less fuel than I did taking that green, and so he was saving a little bit. And I told him, he made me feel like I could get him for a second, and then once he realized he had enough, he took off again. And like you said, the track was slick. That's the way I like it though. But I started to push it a little bit.
Well,
When Devin took off, I started to push it a little too hard and just spinning the tires.
okay, so you kind of answered my question there, Dylan. But you guys obviously, you and Devin, kind of waited to turn it on. He went a little earlier than you and a little harder. But what was the kind of the signal tonight? I mean, how far were you letting those? Are you willing to let those guys get in front of you? Because I mean, dude, there was a long time where it did not look like we were going to have a caution. I mean, that kind of came out of nowhere. Were you getting worried that maybe you let the gap open up too big?
Before I finally went, and stayed, gaining positions, I was getting worried because uh, uh, Cobber was catching me and everything, and then Devin went by me, and I'm like, man, what am I doing? Am I saving too much or what? So I started to get a little worried, and that the leaders were going to catch us. So I said, screw it, I'm just going to go and see what happens. And then, I gained a gap. I got tucked in behind Sam, and we got a good gap. So I, tried to save a little bit here and there just to be sure. But man, you really had to save. You could not go all out like those guys were. And like I said, I kept saying during the race to the other guys that there's no way they can finish without running out of fuel, running that hard, from the drop of the green. So you just had to play it smart. It was a good test for coast to coast in a couple weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Because, well, now you taught me a lesson here, Dylan. I truthfully, never in my wildest dreams, I'd mentioned fuel might be an issue, but I thought it was because maybe guys didn't put enough fuel in it. I never would have thought that with 24 gallons, you'd still have to milk it. But Dylan, man, you guys, you said it. You learned, you tested, and man, this is a good experience for the race coming up. But to end the season with a P2, man, you got to be feeling good. A Full Throttle Motorsports top 3. Congratulations, brother. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, I just got to thank all the guys at FTM. Special shout out to Dalton. This was one of his 100-lap sets. It took me a few laps to get used to, but we got it figured out pretty quick. I got to thank Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop, DJ for the rap, Dean Reynolds at Super Dirt Car, you Shaggy for doing the broadcast, and shout out to Scotty for getting this whole thing put together, and you know putting the hammer down when he needed to, and it was a good season. It was fun. And congrats to Grandy on getting a championship.
Yeah, man. I know not part of your FTM clan, but boy, that was an impressive run by him this year. But you guys able to bring home that podium to wrap it up. That was awesome, Dylan. Can't wait to talk to you again, man. Congrats.
Thanks, Shaggy.
Now we're going to bring up the winner here tonight, the driver of the 316, the big slow Devin Hauer. Devin, I was calling you the big red machine tonight. You started last and you came up worst to first. I'll tell you, dude, unbelievable. I mean, the fact that you were able to save enough tire there to make up a 6-second gap in about, 25 seconds and get up there and start battling for the lead. I mean, clearly had some speed. What was the trick tonight, dude?
Honestly, I could tell you right now, I'm honestly shocked myself. I couldn't believe that I caught him. I had no intentions I was going to catch him, nor did I have any intentions of, thinking I was even going to be top contending. The way this car felt and the hot or practice and qualifying and the heat race and everything, it wasn't good. I didn't like it at all. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I putted around for I'd say probably the first 15, 20 laps, and then um, Sharp and Sam got around me, and I rode around a little bit longer, and then I was just like, all right, well, I guess let's just try some. Going coming out of two in the middle and up top and everything. It felt like all wheels were just coming off the ground. It was so rough for me. I don't know if it was just a setup or whatnot, but I started running that cut down, and there was some grip down at the bottom of the track, down the back stretch and everything, and that's where I caught Sam and Sharp, and I was like, well, I guess we can just keep running here, and I did, and I was watching my relative, and then next thing you know, I see Dean and William up ahead, and I'm like, well, we're doing something right, and then I kept running it, and yeah, I mean, it worked out, and it definitely helped keep all four tires on the ground coming down the back stretch. So I feel like that's where I lost a lot at when Jeff and Sam got around me. It's just I couldn't keep the tires on the track, and So yeah, when I moved down there, it was smooth sailing from there.
Well, yeah, you didn't even talk about this, and I kind of saw you doing it in the race. We were watching you make moves through the field, and well, as soon as I brought up how good you did it, damn it, you moved off of it. And the fact that you didn't talk about it makes me wonder if you even knew how good it was. I watched you hook that bottom through 3 and 4, man, with about 40 to go. And I think one lap you passed 2 guys. Where in the
Yeah.
hell did that come from? Because nobody else could run the bottom in 3 and 4 like that. You were the only guy I saw who hooked it up, man. And I mean, you made a couple people pay for it. It was unbelievable.
I don't know, man. I just it was starting to slicken up a little bit and everything too. But it seems like I don't know. It might just be me, but um, I don't know. I really didn't have any grip. It felt like the car. I had the lowest gear in. The car was just screaming the whole time, and I was like, something ain't right. So I just thought the whole time I was going to spin the tires. But I mean, I let up off the gas a little bit, little throttle control, and yeah, she was good.
Well, that gear probably helped you for that nice little donut at the end, man. That thing looked pretty good. You almost put that thing in the wall, I saw, but hey, we'll keep it out of the wall. But, man, celebrating in style, dude. Ending the season, 100-lap finale in victory lane, dude. Congratulations. Full Throttle Motorsports 1, 2, 3. And, man, you led the way. I was sweating for you when that caution flag came out, but, man, you proved you had enough. You held on. Congratulations, Devin. Who you want to thank, brother?
Hey man, that caution flag didn't help me at all.
Oh no,
I went
you
in
had a
and
5.5 second lead. Hell no, dude.
is that what it was?
Oh yeah, you were gone. It was unbelievable. You were absolutely gone. Unbelievable. My heart was breaking for you. Well, and I thought you would lose the lead if I'm being honest, but I really felt bad for Tyler in that 41 because we know the way you drove by him, man. He burnt those tires off. He was there in the
Yeah.
dust. He didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna lose it too. I checked my fuel box when we was pacing around. I had 8 laps to go, and that's kind of why I putted around those last 10 laps because I wasn't gonna make it. And coming to checkered, I had 2 gallons or 2 laps left. So uh, yeah, I got to thank all the boys at Full Throttle Motorsports and the guys from Full Throttle Motorsports that put in the work for this league for us this season. And Get Nasty Motorsports, Swan Speed Shop, DJ Sim Shop, Dean at Super Dirt Car, Jury Designs, Do Pro Performance, and you for being here this season and broadcasting this for us. It's been great. Hope to have you back. And yeah, I enjoy all of your broadcasts and everything else. So appreciate it.
I appreciate that, Devin. Man, you guys asking me to do this was an absolute honor. You guys put on a hell of a show. And I mean, 89 laps, green flag says it all. That's absolutely unbelievable, man. Glad you brought this one home to end the year. Can't wait to talk to you again, Big Slow.
Thanks, man.
Devin Hauer bringing home the win. And now we're going to bring up the man who brought home the hardware yet again, Joseph Grandy. I'll tell you, man, not the most exciting night for you there. You're hanging out in the back, saving your stuff. And I saw, first caution, definitely not on you. Well, I don't even think it registered you as the caution because Brandon Combs was wrecking at the same time. Just a little bit of contact, but that second one, I mean, did you know you had the points wrapped up or whenever you're involved in that second one and kind of out of the picture, for what I thought a top 5, you still got there anyway. Unbelievable. But were you worried about your point situation at all there in the closing laps?
Not really. I saw Bickford got kicked out pretty quick. I think as long as I finished within 5 spots or of Clay or whatever, I thought it'd been fine. Thought I had a pretty good chance of doing something there after that first caution, but got into a little bit with Jeff there.
Yeah, man. So he ended up going to the disappear land too, same as Bickford. Were you worried about that at all? I mean, you kind of have to be, right? When you come into Oswego, I mean, some places you can get away with eating that wall a little bit, but man, if you screw up here, that's it. It's over.
I wasn't running hard enough to worry about hitting the wall, really.
Oh,
I mean, you can always
we heard
mess up
that.
and do it.
I rode on board with you, and this thing sounded like a kitten purring going down the straightaway. It was so quiet, dude. That's what comes to my next question. So Clay said he had a lot of fuel left. Do you know at all how much fuel you had left when you were done with this thing? He said he had 32 laps.
Oh no, I wasn't even close to that. I made the mistake of raising my tire pressure instead of just dropping the right rear to make fuel, and my tires and my fuel mileage is soaking up because of that.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter where you finish if you can bring home that hardware. And Joe, 2 for 2 in a league that, you know, you're not even an FTM member, but they love the way you race. You know, you're clean, you're fast, and man, you proved that once again. Mr. Consistency this season. I think you only had one win in the modifieds, but man, good enough. Always in that top 5, and you bring home another championship, man. Congratulations, $100,000. Who you want to thank?
Catalytic Recovery, West End Tone and Repair, guys at FTM for putting this on, you man for doing the broadcast like always, and my girlfriend Olivia for letting me mess around on here.
Well, hey, hell of a run, Joe. And I saw your Facebook post. It's not going to be too long till you get scooped up by somebody. They're going to want you quick, dude. You're a hell of a driver. And, man, you proved that here again. Congratulations on the big championship, brother.
All right, thanks.
Joseph Grandy bringing home the championship trophy here to wrap up your Full Throttle Motorsports Modified Madness season. Big shout out to Expert Insulation for picking up the sponsorship, Swan Speed Shops for putting in these competitive setups every week. You know, the guys that can go out here running them in the top 5. Unbelievable what they've done for the league, and man, it shows. They're good, fast setups. 90 laps, green, or basically 89, I think, because we got the green with 10 to go. 89 laps, green flag. Impressive. These guys really put on a fireworks show here tonight at Oswego. But that's going to wrap it up here for the Full Throttle Motorsports season. I hope to be back when they do it again. Absolutely love you guys. Best fans here with Full Throttle Motorsports and best racing action on all of iRacing. I'm Zach Chapman with ShaggyTV saying so long and have a good summer here. And we'll see you hopefully fall, wintertime. Have a good one.